Let's take a moment to get ourselves ready for the relaxation. Let's just prepare the body. Lay down on the mat or even sit up straight, but just ensure whether you're on your front, your side, on your back or sitting, that there is a straight line from the tip of the tailbone through the vertebrae to the crown of the head. Take a moment to assess how the hips fall in relation to the rest of the body, and ensure the hip bones on either side of the body are equal distance to the shoulders on either side of the body also. Allow your legs to hang heavily down, continuing the straight line down towards the toes, and ensure the feet and the legs are not crooked in relation to the hips, and you're not going to need to move and disturb yourself during the relaxation to get comfortable. Take a big deep breath in and just let the breath go. This time breathe in nice and slowly. And then allow the breath to release with any tension you feel within the body. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. There is no right or wrong answer, but just take a moment to observe how your body responds and the thoughts in your head as I ask you each one of the questions. You do not need to say your answer out loud. Can you allow your feet to relax, allowing your toes to soften, and allowing your feet to fall into a position which is comfortable, either toes inwards and touching, or the toes falling apart? Can you allow the weight to sink through the heels into the ground and relax the ankles? Can you allow your legs to feel heavy and feel your shin bones sinking through your calves, spreading against the mat and relaxing down into the ground? Can you allow your knees to soften and allow your thighs to spread against the mat? Can you feel how heavily your legs hang down from your hip bones? And can you feel how much of your hips are in contact with the ground? Can you allow the muscles in between the pelvic bones to relax and release? Every time you breathe in, can you feel the stomach rising? And every time you exhale, can you feel the weight of the stomach sinking down, warm, comfortable, heavy, and relaxed? Can you picture a balloon inside your stomach, and when you breathe in, picture that balloon expanding? As you let the breath go, watch as the balloon decreases and the air leaves. Can you picture it as a colour and see the colour dilute as you breathe in, and the colour become more dense as you let the balloon release its air? Every time you breathe in, the stomach rises and the muscles expand. But as you let the breath go, you feel the weight of the stomach muscles sinking down towards the spine, heavy, warm, comfortable, and relaxed. Can you follow the line of your spine up to your shoulders and note how much of your torso is in contact with the ground? Every time you breathe in, can you feel your back press into the ground as your rib cage expands? And every time you exhale, can you feel the weight of the rib cage sinking down against your lungs comfortably? Breathing in, feeling the lungs expand, and exhaling, feeling everything release and relax. relax down. Can you allow your collarbones to soften? Relax your shoulders and feel your arms hang heavily down from the sockets. Can you release the tension in your elbows and your wrists, and finally in your fingers, softening the fingers and relaxing the palms of the hands? Can you feel a tingling sensation through the palms of your hands? And can you feel a tingling sensation through your feet? Can you allow the muscles in the neck to relax, but just ensure that the breath passes through it perfectly comfortably? Can you note any saliva that has formed in your throat and allow yourself to swallow it just to release? Can you allow the feeling of relaxation to creep over the top of your scalp? Can you allow the lines on your forehead to soften, softening your eyebrows, closing your eyes if they are not already, relaxing your cheekbones, and allowing your jaw to fall slightly apart? Can you place your tongue against the roof of your mouth and just take a moment to assess any space left between the tongue and the teeth? Every time you breathe in, can you feel the cool, crisp, cleansing air coating the nostrils, down the throat and filling the lungs? And every time you exhale, can you feel how warm the air is as it leaves the throat and out back into the air? Breathing in a cool, crisp, bright, glowing energy, and exhaling a dark cloud of tension. Just take a moment to assess from head to toe any areas of your body which may be slightly tense and stiff, and tell yourself there is nowhere you need to be and nothing you need to do. You are allowed to let go and relax. I want you to turn your thoughts inwards and picture yourself back on our tropical island, deep in the jungle. You can hear birds all around, and the trees and the vines are green and beautiful, with lovely tropical flowers. When you look up, you can see the sky is blue, and there is not one cloud above. You find yourself on the edge of what looks like an old courtyard, and in the middle of the courtyard is an old Aztec Temple. All the slabs on the courtyard and the paving is cracked, and there are weeds growing through it. There are statues that have fallen down and are broken on the ground. The trees in the jungle are slowly taking over the courtyard, and they've crept over the Aztec Temple into the brickwork, and you can see it crumbling. You take a moment to walk across the courtyard, and although you are the only one here, you realize there is an energy here, as though the thousands of people from many years ago have left an imprint all around you. The air seems to vibrate. You walk up towards the temple and find yourself in front of some steps leading up to the door. Each one of the stone steps has been worn away to be smooth and shiny by the many people that have walked here before. With your bare feet, you climb onto the first step and feel the warmth of the stone, warmed by the sun on the base of your feet. Every step you take as you climb the stairs towards the door Your body feels lighter and lighter, as though you're almost floating up the steps to the top. When you reach the top, you turn and look around of where you've just been and see how large the courtyard is and how overgrown it's become. Either side of you there are pillars, great columns that support the building. And as you put your hands against them, you feel them vibrate, and there seems to be an energy, a light that glows in them. You walk towards the door, a wooden door with ornate Aztec patterns all over carved. Slightly weathered now, but as you place your hand against the door, it opens effortlessly to your touch. You enter, and initially it is dark. You see fire lanterns against the wall casting shadows of orange, flickering around the room. The door closes behind you, and as your eyes adjust, you realize you're in a room, and in the center of that room is a large pool. The water is so clear, blue, that glows from beneath. There is steam that rises off it, and it bubbles in places, and you realize this is a hot spring, a healing, natural hot spring. It seems lighter with the pool that glows, and you can still see the lanterns flicker across the walls. To one side of you are piles of cushions made from feathers, velvet, silk. They look large and comfortable and inviting. You slowly make your way over to the pool and dip a toe in. Instantly your toe feels warm. It's as though you're about to step into a lovely warm bath. And you realize there are steps submerged underneath the water, and gradually you begin to descend. As you walk into the pool, you feel the warm water engulf your feet, your heels and your ankles, as though the warmth has penetrated your skin and into your bones. The warmth moves up through your knees, your thighs and your hips until you're waist deep in the water. You look down at the water and see there's a black mist moving around as though the tension is being washed off you like it's black ink that disappears. You lift your feet off the ground and lay your body down in the water. You feel it engulf your stomach and your shoulders and feel it cradle the back of your head. As you float comfortably on the water and effortlessly, you look up towards the ceiling and see pictures painted. They are painted in gold and bright colours, blues and greens. There are pictures of people, birds, trees. And you realise that many years ago people came here just like you for healing and relaxation. As you look down at your body, you realise that your skin is glowing as though there's a light coming from within. Gradually you place your feet back down on the ground and you begin to lift yourself back out of the pool, walking up the stairs and instantly feeling lighter, and your clothes are dry. It's as though you could float out, as though your body no longer has burden and heaviness, or your joints are light and your muscles feel like they move with ease. Your hands are limp and your feet feel soft, and all of your facial features are relaxed and content. You slowly make your way over to the cushions and let yourself fall down in them. And it's as though you've just fallen into the most comfortable bed you've ever laid on. They engulf you and you feel the velvet and the satin wrap around your skin. You allow your mind to drift and your body just to be as limp as possible as you lay yourself down on the cushions. And you just take a moment to be still and relax. Eventually you feel it is time to leave. You feel renewed, refreshed and refocused. You lift yourself effortlessly off the cushions and walk towards the door. As the doors open, you realize how bright it is outside and how light the sky is, how blue and how warm the surrounding area is. But as you step out next to the columns, above near the stairs, you look down on the courtyard, but no longer is it cracked. All the paving is repaired, the statues are tall, they are no longer overgrown. The building itself looks as new as the day it was built. The whole place has energy and vibrancy, and you realize that the temple hasn't changed, but you have. You realize that you've allowed yourself to heal, and you can return to this temple at any time to renew, refresh and heal. Anytime you feel as though the bricks are crumbling and the pave is cracked, you walk down the stairs, back across the courtyard. You stop and take one last look around, and turn away and walk back into the jungle. I want you to take a nice big deep breath in